First day of school in Foxborough. Butch Stearns, Tom Leyden. Patriots training camp is underway.
I'm going to test your knowledge right away. Which McCourty is that?
I have no idea. It's Jason, but I have no idea unless I have to look twice.
You're right. It is Jason.
Funniest
McCourty.
moments already. Yesterday, Devin McCourty stepped to a podium and said, I said, what advice do you have for your brother Jason? He says, just do what I do. That's what I've told him. He stepped in front of everybody today and said, I took my brother's advice. I do what he does, unless it's stupid.
He should have worn number 32 and really confused people, but he's wearing number 30 out there. Listen, I was impressed. But something that jumped out, a bunch of guys defensively who talked about it is like they're getting used to some new terminology here, which is something that you can't discount. You know,
no Matt Patricia.
So many years of Matt Patricia, so now I would guess that Bill Belichick is a little bit more involved. They changed just the flow of how they communicate with each other, what they say to each other on the field. So not only are they coming off the bad performance defensively in the Super Bowl, but they got to get used to a whole new cast of characters with a new language.
So, great point. I'd like to focus today on two of the bigger questions, Brady and Gronk, because it's day one. There's so many storylines. We're going to have you covered on Boston 25 all season long. Brady showed up just past 9 o'clock, walked in, got a standing ovation from the crowd that's about 200 yards away. Chants of Brady, Brady. To you, is it all forgotten, all the stuff? Do the fans really care about all the offseason stories about missing OTAs?
No.
Thoughts about Brady?
No, I don't think the fans care at all. What I did talk to a number of fans who said that they come to these training camps specifically because they know it's the end of Tom's career. They're nearing the end of the career, so they want to cherish these moments. A lot of people who don't have season tickets, a lot of people who can't get in to see the team firsthand. They're here today, no matter the weather, because they know this is the access to the team. And Tom came out and looked like he hadn't missed a beat, right? Cameras go off, typical Patriots, right? Cameras go off, first play, on a line, Brady to Edelman, back in the end zone, the place erupts. Looking at Doc, our photographer, I'm like, really? First play after the cameras go off, but, you know, par for the course.
One of the other ongoing stories, or there are two stories heading in, even though it's day one, is contracts for Brady and Gronk. Been talked about a lot. Gronk talked about this today. I was getting players. You were over there. Is it an issue for him now heading into camp?
He's saying the right things. You know, he doesn't control the contract negotiation, and he has a good mindset about that, saying he's going to focus on the stuff he can control. And you've heard people say that before, but the concept is he comes on the field, he gets better. He proves to the team his worth. He proves to the team what he means in terms of his leadership. He's been a captain before. So he also said, which I thought was important, that he didn't want to hold out. And when you look at some of the other key teams around the league, when you look at the Steelers with Le'Veon Bell, when you look at the Seahawks with Earl Thomas, is he or is he not going to play? Imagine that after this offseason if one of these guys decided not to be here. So everyone's here. And they also shelved Edelman for the weekend. He's going to talk the weekend, which is an interesting decision by the team.
So let's finish with this. I'll give a thought about if you're coming down here to any of the days of training camp, some of the things you might look for, and then Tom will give you one. Mine is this. A lot of new faces here. Every year there's a lot of new faces, but a lot of the skill position players. And considering Edelman's suspension and that he's out, you're going to look at Jordan Matthews, number 80, when you come down here. Number 33 is not Deion Lewis anymore. It's Jeremy Hill, Sony Michel, the rookie. A lot of skill players to look at. It's fun to come down here and check those guys out and get a first impression.
Yeah, and while you're sitting in the stands, you can play Butch's game. It was his trivia question today. How many players have been on this roster for more than 10 years? And the number is how many?
8.
All right, so a little homework assignment for you. There are 8 Patriots who've been on this team for more than 10 years.
Well, I got to rephrase.
10-year veterans.
Yes, there are 8 players on this field at training camp that have been in the NFL for 10 years or more, going on their 10th year or more. No, do it yourself. Right, there you go. For Tom, I'm Butch. He's Tom. See you later.